going on? Jeff Hardy, the Charismatic Enigma here, and you are watching the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast.
Bitch, I'm that damn good. Smoking on some good, some rosy on the wood. Standing on the shit so you can get it understood. It's pedigree in me because I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Smoking on some good, something rosy on the wood. And bitch, I got the belt so you just get it understood. It's pedigree in me because I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good.
And I love a lean, and I love a seed, and I drop down like a pedigree, and I 1, 2, let a seed, and I drop 2, like a red seed. Yeah, yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our 6-month anniversary episode of the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast. Why is nobody clapping? Fucking clap. Production, get the... Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. It is an honor to be here with all of you. Of course, I am your host, the illustrious, your role model, the blueprint. The blueprint. The blueprint. Dame Don. And like I said, this is the 6-month anniversary episode of the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast. I'm actually a little shocked it's only been 6 months. You know, I just want to, before we even get into the episode, I just want to thank everybody for the growth that we've experienced. I don't even really necessarily have a topic. This whole episode is pretty much just going to be like a, before we get started, I'm just pretty much, you know, just going to go over things and talk about how excited I am to be here for only 6 months, and I'm doing quite well. I want to shout out to each and every last one of you 508, 509 subscribers. I think that's what it was the last time I looked. Shout out to each and every last one of you. I definitely appreciate you all for supporting me and sticking out and listening to me and skipping through it or playing it in the background. Whatever the fuck you doing, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Make sure you all continue to follow me because like I always say, it is only up from here. Make sure you all are following the socials as well. At Dame Don is the Twitter, and Don Life with 2 N's and 2 E's is the IG. I am really enjoying the audio episodes. That's why I decided to continue audio week. I do think I might drop a quick 10 sometime this week. I'm not going to give you all the topic. I'm just going to let you know that it may or may not be coming sometime this week. But I've really been enjoying doing the audio episodes. I can't even lie. I'm also kind of hiding because I do look very much homeless. I am very much just like grinding, working for WrestleMania. I haven't kicked it with nobody. I have been telling people, oh, I'm going to pull up, oh, I'm going to kick it, oh, we going to go out, oh, I'm going to come drink. And I have literally been doing nothing but working. Like, I've been trying to take a weekend off, but it's like I just can't take a weekend off. The money is calling, and I'm picking up the... Hello? Yes, this is Dame Don. Hi, how are you? Yeah, the money calling, I'm picking up the phone. You feel me? We can kick it after the money. You feel me? I'm trying to get to WrestleMania. I'm literally woofing. I'm not even going to the barbershop until my birthday. Speaking of my birthday, production, put the countdown up on the screen. Put the countdown up on the screen. We are just days away from my 26th birthday extravaganza. I don't even know why I just thought of that, but that's what we're going to call it. My 26th birthday extravaganza. And of course, for my birthday, I will be headed straight to WrestleMania 38. I feel like this is like the best birthday gift I've ever given myself. And actually, shout out to my dad because my dad actually gave me the money back for WrestleMania Night 1 ticket. So shout out to him for giving me the money back on that. I definitely appreciated that. He definitely looked out with that. Speaking of my birthday and speaking of going to WrestleMania for my birthday, first week of April is going to be extremely wrestling hectic on the podcast. I probably won't even do a non-wrestling episode unless it's like an audio and I drop it like I record it in advance, because I'm leaving on the 30th, and pretty much the 30th to the 9th I'm busy. So I probably won't drop a wrestling episode for at least a non-wrestling episode for at least 2 weeks. It's pretty much going to be all wrestling content. And then I'm probably going to take that following Monday off and then come back that following Friday and just give you a recap of everything, because WrestleMania week is going to be crazy. I mean, they got access, they got meet and greets, and I definitely understand now why you're supposed to book this so many months in advance and not a month and a half like I'm doing. Like, it's legitimately like 30 days away, and I just bought both tickets. I'm pretty much all booked now, though. I just have to get my hotel, and I'm done, actually. I really did that really, really fucking fast. I'm really proud of myself. Shout out to me. But yeah, they've been announcing new stuff every fucking week, so it's like, I see why you're supposed to book this shit in advance, because now I'm just kind of playing catch up. But I'm catching up. I'm doing quite a good fucking job, I will say that. Under the birthday countdown, I'm going to make sure and add the Cash App under there. Did you see that Cash App under the birthday countdown? If you didn't see it, we're going to go ahead and put it up there again. And then just go ahead and send your dollars out for the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast to enjoy WrestleMania for our birthday. You don't have to send it now. Save it for March 29th. Surprise me. Don't send it now. Well, you can send it now if you want to, but send something else on March 29th. Like, don't send the gift for March 29th now. Just wait till March. I can wait. I promise you, I can wait. I do have a watermark logo being created, and it's more of like a badge. Like, I kind of just wanted a badge, something simple that I can just kind of put in the corners of my videos and on my merch and things of that nature. So there will be a second logo coming, a badge coming. There's also going to be merch coming. I'm not really 100% sure when I want to start selling merch, because I feel like it's going to be a really big process, a really long, drawn out, expensive process. And I feel like a lot of people are just going to be shopping through Instagram and not actually shopping. So if I can get everybody that's wrote me and inquired about this shit to actually shop, that'd be great. But I'm just not really sure if everybody will do so. I'm also thinking about doing maybe like some Uber story times on the podcast, like just with passengers, much different than like the Uber pros and cons that I did last time. Just like with shit that I hear from the passengers in the car. Like, I was talking to this one dude and he was telling me about how he just fucked his baby mom and dropped her off back at her baby dad or back to her husband. So like, I just be hearing some crazy shit. I think I'm gonna do like a Uber stories episode, just so like y'all can hear some of the shit that these people be talking about, because they really don't give a fuck like that there's somebody else in the car or like who you are. Some people really just want to get in the car and vent to you. I gave this girl some advice. I think I just kind of told her friends wasn't her friends or some shit, and she tipped me $25. Like, yes, let's vent. What do you want to talk about? I'm not telling you anything, but you can go ahead and tell me, whatever you want to tell me. What you want to tell me? As long as you're going to tip me afterwards, we can do that. We can definitely do that. The vulnerability episode that I dropped last week was god-awful. It was god-awful. There was actually a couple people that actually reached out to me after the episode in my DMs on Instagram, and I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more I could have said. I feel like maybe I should have just sat there with my eyes closed. Maybe I'll do it again, because I do feel like I could have elaborated on a couple of things without going too deep into them. So maybe I will do it again, but maybe I'll have to be like medicated so that you can like actually get it out of me, because that's really the only way I'll really tell you. And honestly, I probably still won't tell you. It's a lot of shit I'm just gonna take to the fucking grave. You feel me? You just take it to the grave. I almost feel like that did kind of help in a way, just kind of letting that out in some way, some form, some aspect. I think it did kind of help just a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. It did kind of help, just because when I do vent to people anyway, I like people to just sit there and not fucking say shit. Don't give me no advice unless I ask. Don't do none of that shit. I don't want to hear nothing when I vent, especially if you gonna say some shit that makes it seem like I'm in the wrong. Now you're the problem. Don't intervene and give me advice when I'm venting to you. Just listen, because at some point I'm probably gonna be like, am I tripping, or what you think about that? But until I get to that point, don't say shit. But as y'all heard last week, I don't really vent, so we don't really have to worry about that. We don't really have to worry about that at all. I feel like as of late, I have been extremely overwhelmed, but overwhelmed in a good way. Like, I'm always doing something, like almost to the point where some days I'm forgetting to even like check socials and shit. Like, it's a good feeling, but at the same time, it's like, damn, I can't catch a break. But one thing I'm not gonna do is like say I'm tired or I need a break or any of that shit. Because when you start to put that type of energy out into the universe, God will definitely sit your ass down. So I'm definitely overwhelmed, but I am enjoying being overwhelmed. I am enjoying every aspect of it, even though I am only off 3 hours of sleep right now. Like, I am definitely in grind mode full time. Like, I'm not sleeping, I'm just working and fucking, if I'm not working, I'm sleeping because I'm always fucking working. Like, that's pretty much the point that I've gotten at this point. Like, that's all I've really been doing. I really actually want to maybe start dropping the quick 10s weekly. But like I just said, I'm already so overwhelmed. Like, I really have an issue. Like, I'll already be overwhelmed and will still try to add more shit to my plate. Like, but I really do feel like I could drop quick 10s weekly. I'm not saying that I am just yet, but that is an idea that I've been toying around with, just maybe dropping those once a week in the middle of the week, at the end of the week, something like that. I am so tired of working a 9-to-5 job. I truly feel like jobs have about like 3 to 5 years left in me. I really, like I said, I don't know if that was the last episode or the episode before that, but when I move out of town, I legitimately only want to work for about 2 years, and I have to get, I can't. I don't know how all these people did all this shit for all this time. I really truly don't. There's no way I'm gonna be able to work a 9-to-5 for the rest of my life. I truly have 3 to 5 years left in me, and that's it. So I need all of y'all to subscribe. I need all of y'all to, watch, play it in the background, do whatever the fuck y'all been doing. But I can't do the 9-to-5. This shit it's torture. It's torture. I like to do what I want to do when I want to do it, as long as I'm making money. 9-to-5, you just kind of got to do what the fuck you told. I'm just really not no do what the fuck you told kind of nigga. I don't really like no shit like that. Speaking of the quick 10s, definitely go ahead and check out that quick 10 audio check-in I did with Russia. That was a really good episode. I feel, basically it was just, my opinion with some fact, and I did put that girl in that went viral at the end of the video. Definitely just check out that video. It is only 11 minutes, I think. Check it out. Drop a like, and make sure you all are liking this video as well, subscribing to this. If you still there, are you still listening? Are you still here? Are you still here? Drop a 1 in the comments if you still here. Drop a 1 in the comments if you still here. All right, so look. So this has actually been a question that was asked to me, I almost want to say maybe 2 months ago, and I said they told me to ask it on the podcast, and I forgot to ask it on the podcast. So now this is me answering it on the podcast. So now this is me answering it on the podcast, and they want to know why can't people I know follow me personally? Or people I know personally, why can't they follow me on Twitter? I've always made this very known that, if I know you personally, do not follow me on Twitter. Do not follow me on Twitter. Or you can follow me, but, follow me at your own risk. 100% follow me at your own risk. But this is why I don't like people to follow me on Twitter. Twitter very much gives Dear Diary. For me, on Twitter, nothing is off limits. And by that I mean, if I want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. I'll probably never say your name, but you'll know it's about you when you're reading it. I'll probably never say your name, but I'm going to talk. Nothing is off limits on Twitter for me. So to just avoid any issues, just don't follow me on Twitter. Because if you see something and you come and ask me about the tweet, I'm probably going to say it's about you, and then you're going to get upset or something of that nature. Just don't even come over here. Just don't even come over here. A couple months ago, I seen this girl made a post, and she was like, I be seeing y'all sneak this and y'all friends on Twitter. Bitch, you not supposed to be over here. Go back to Facebook. Go back to your section of the internet. Go back to your section. Go on back over yonder. You are not supposed to be over here. Twitter is my safe haven. I definitely tweet like I have 0 followers and I have like 10,000. I definitely tweet like nobody can see my tweets. I'm not really sure why I've always been like that, but I definitely tweet like nobody can see my tweets, and it's actually kind of a problem. It's actually kind of a problem, to the point where when I was getting into it with people, they would be like, you know what? I know how to tell if you felt a certain way. And they would go check my Twitter. And also, I don't let people I know personally follow me on Twitter, because if you do see something on Twitter and you come and ask me about it, I can simply just say, why you watching my Twitter? Because you don't follow me. So that means you watching through the window. Don't fucking watch me. Don't fucking watch me. Then you won't find what you're looking for. But you know, that's pretty much the long, short end of the question. You can't follow me on Twitter because nothing is off limits. Nothing is off limits. You know what? You can follow me, but if you see something about you, don't ask me about it. Don't ask me about it. Twitter is also the only app where if you make it to the block list, you will never get off that block list. Twitter is one app where you will stay blocked until I die. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry about that. That is one app where you will not get unblocked on. If I block you on Twitter, you can take that block to the grave. Go to your section of the internet. I'll see you on Instagram. I'll see you on fucking, what's the other one? Facebook. Watch through the window. Sayonara. Have a good one. Adios. Goodbye. That's it. That's all I can think of. Thinking of dropping an episode maybe next week or the week after entitled, Are You Still Scared to Travel Alone? And I'm basically just going to give y'all like tips of traveling alone or shit that I do when I travel alone. And just like basically, you know, push you off that little nest. I know it's a lot of people that have wrote me in the past and, you know, that was like, how do you like traveling alone? How do you like traveling alone? How do you do it? Like all this other shit. Like it's really not that difficult. Like I was also in y'all predicament. I was definitely one of y'all when it came to traveling by myself. I didn't want to do it. I thought it was a loser. I didn't want to do none of that shit. Like I'm not traveling by myself, but that is truly one of the best fucking things ever. Just getting up, going and doing whatever the fuck you want to do, whenever the fuck you want to do it, whenever you want to go eat somewhere, you don't got to be worried about a motherfucker talking about they don't want that. Like even when I was traveling with people, I didn't really have issues. Like it wasn't really, I never really traveled anywhere and it was unenjoyable with the people I traveled with. But I'm just saying, like when you travel by yourself, it's different. Like, I don't know. It's a lot better. And then I almost feel like too, when you come back from traveling by yourself, you don't want to be bothered with nobody. Like, I don't want to talk to nobody when I get back for like a good week. I just be like so in my own like little bubble. I really don't be wanting to be bothered when I get back at all. So I'm thinking about maybe dropping an episode on that next week or in the coming weeks. I definitely feel like that would be a good topic, and I definitely feel like I got a lot of nice little tidbits and things that I can maybe put in and give y'all, or just shit that I do that I learned from TV shows and shit. Before we get out of here, I just want to say that this past week I seen a message and it said that you have to be okay with your success being different than what you originally envisioned. And something about that post, it really hit me. Like, cause you know, like you always see yourself being successful. You always have it what you think it's gonna look like in your head and shit. Like currently right now, I think it's really crazy that I'm succeeding. I'm doing really well and I'm by myself. Like, I never pictured not being with my people, you know, going to the top. I always pictured that it was going to be all of us going to the top. So I just really wanted to leave y'all with that. Just be okay with your success looking different than what you envisioned it looking like. Just be okay with it. I had to really hear that, and I had to really let that shit settle. Like, let that shit... It's cool. I'm not even saying like that shit be weighing on my mind heavy or nothing like that, but I'm just saying like that post really hit me. Like you have to be okay with your success looking different. Like they do say it's lonely at the top, but they never tell you about how peaceful it is That's one thing they never tell you. It's peaceful as a bitch up here. And I'm loving every fucking minute of it. Thank you guys so much for listening. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Next Monday, we'll have another episode with a topic. I definitely appreciate y'all for listening. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me for 6 fucking months. 508 subscribers in 6 months. Watch time going crazy. I cannot wait to see what the next year looks like. We are about to go fucking crazy. This is only the beginning. I promise y'all I won't let y'all down. We are only going up from here. Remember, I said this. Mark my words. Of course, I am your host, the illustrious, the blueprint. The blueprint. Your role model, Dame Don. Deuce.
The road dog, that nigga cold dog. I got a cold shoulder for a fuck nigga if he prove he a mog. I'm pulling up, I got the hammer. I threw an X on the banner. She ain't there throwing that ass at me, but I would not fuck if she bammer. She call me Billy like badass, I call her Billy like Jean. I never slack on the fast cash, even the jacket is jean. If it's a problem, I'm coming direct. I ended up making a scene, cause I've been through hell in a cell, but that's what it take to be king. And bitch, I'm that